Folks, it is that time. Pagula Ice Arena. We're on the big rink tonight. Here we go. It's Terps and Ice Lions. Thank you so much for joining us on the Maryland Hockey Network. I am Andrew Rich, joined once again by Andy Parr. Andy, look where we are right now, man.
Yeah, it's really beautiful, Andrew. Getting to be in this true NCAA environment. This is a Division I rink just across the hall from where we were playing last night. And the difference in here being in front of a 6,000 seat crowd with about a 40 capacity at the moment.
Exactly. And as Andy just mentioned, a 6,000 seat arena built, and it opened in 2013, cost $88 million. And it sure looks like it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, funded by the family that owns both the Buffalo Sabres and Buffalo Bills.
It is the Pagula family. And such a cool environment that we get to watch some hockey in tonight. It is Terps and it is Ice Lions back at it. A tough one for the Terps last night. They fell 7-1 to these Ice Lions. They're looking for a quick response here tonight.
Yeah, the big key for them last night in that stretch where they were playing really well in that end of the first period and all throughout the second period, the key to the game was that Maryland was playing a very physical brand of hockey to shut down Penn State's speed. If they keep up that game plan, they should do much better here tonight.
So a couple lineup changes. Luke Mohan enters the lineup tonight. He slots in on that second line left wing with Michael Schreibman and Patrick Harnon. And also Jack Hudrin will slot in on that fourth line with Perusmond and Warner. And for the Ice Lions tonight, TJ Bamrick is in, as well as Carson Downs. And in net is Christopher McFadden. So a couple lineup changes for both sides. Coach Joe Carter still not on the bench for the Terps. It is Coach Tom Leskovich and Matt Williamson.
Yep, Coach Carter's still back in Maryland dealing with an illness. We wish him all the best. We know he's watching from home tonight, so hope that we've got a good one for you tonight, Coach.
Shout out, Coach Carter. This one played far side. It comes out to center. It's Evan Partridge. Partridge on James' body. He goes around him to the front, and he goes past Patrick Adams.
Partridge just a little bit too many handles right there. He was trying to go around the pad of Patrick Adams, ended up just sending it wide of the net entirely right there.
And a big thing for the Terps here tonight, they have to bring the physicality. It got them down 3-0 early in the last game last night, and they have to bring that physical presence here if they want to take down the Ice Lions.
Yeah, that was the big key last night. Penn State is just the faster team on the ice, and the best way to shut down that speed is to play physical. When Maryland was playing physical, they were in this game. They only got outscored 2-1 in that stretch of the end of the first period and all throughout the second period. So they've got to keep up that physical brand of hockey that starts with that Waters, Wilson, Duchesne line that performed so well a night ago.
And that line actually is the first line tonight. We referenced them as the third line last night, but they get the call up tonight, so we'll see them on the ice a lot more as this one is played all the way down by Tucker Healy, curling wide of the net, no icing, and now they do call the icing a little bit late.
Yeah, a little bit of a late hand up from the official there. Looked like Ryan Trindade may have had a shot to play it. Instead, he just lets it go, and the linesman grants him an icing, so the Terps will have to keep out this third line that's been out there for a little bit.
And also Nathaniel Dishner back in the lineup for the Terps. He is on that right wing right now with Tucker Healy and Trevor Drake. Off the faceoff, Teskey. He's going to play this one around. Now Trevor Drake. Drake out to center. He'll gain the red, but he's stripped of the puck. That was McGuire. McGuire will play it back. This is Ross. And Ross will look up ice. Faust will tip it in. Icing is the call, so we will get another face-off here early.
And yes, we are broadcasting from State College today in this beautiful Pagula Ice Arena.
I don't think that's what he meant, but no, we're not broadcasting for Penn State. Come on, this is the Maryland Hockey Network.
Yeah, this is the Maryland Hockey Network. They may have shared our link, though.
Face off to the left of goaltender McFadden. Off the draw, this is played around now. Ross to McGuire. McGuire out near center. He'll gain the red and fire it in. Back for it, Sean Amon. With Otrando on him. Now Faust comes in to help. Faust with a goal last night. Faust circling around. He'll look for options. To the point now. This is Lambert. Lambert will shoot off a stick. Blocked in front. That is Perusman trying to clear.
Jack Hudrin had the initial block right there. Good job getting that stick in the shooting lane of Austin Lambert.
It's Puck still bouncing around in the middle, and it finds its way into the glove of Patrick Adams. Patty Adams back in net for the second night in a row. He did not start last night, but he was in the game for most of it.
Yeah, he was in for most of last night. Had a bit of a rough third period, but let's face it, pretty much everyone on Maryland did. They were very tired at that point. And Patty Adams, for that whole second half of the first period and entire second period, he played a very strong game in relief of Ian Hutchinson. The big thing with Patty Adams is he has a little bit more experience, having played at this D2 level last year. So that's helped him out so far this year.
Face off to the right of goaltender Patrick Adams. Off the draw back to Lambert. Lambert in the middle, Grasser. Grasser has it poked away, Tim Shishin. He'll send it in deep. Sarah. To the point now, Tim Shishin. He'll stop and give to Young. It goes through him. Now Schwarzmiller in deep. Behind the net. Backhand pass to Lambert. And he'll go right back to Schwarzmiller. A shot goes high over Patty Adams. Tim Shishin will keep in.
Good physicality there from Keenan Waters, keeping up that brand of hockey that the Terps played so well last night.
Terps again struggling to get it out. Schwarzmiller, and now it will be swept out by Keenan Waters, and him and Grasser continue to battle. And now they're both going to go.
Yep, Keenan Waters grabbing Grasser's stick after that play. Both of them are going to go off. Keenan Waters with a little extra shove at the end. Hopefully this doesn't become a 4-on-3.
I don't mind that call there. At least take both of them.
Yeah, that was one where both guys definitely meant to do something right there. Give them each a roughing, interference, whatever you want to call it.
And they're still talking in the penalty box.
Calling a holding on Waters and a slashing on Grasser.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want there.
Yep.
It is
4-side.
4-on-4. So still even strength, but a little bit more room out there. And we are trying to figure out where the faceoff's going to be. So it will be near side by the penalty boxes.
Be in neutral.
Yep, neutral, and now it's not.
And they'll take it all the way into the Terps' offensive zone to start this 4-on-4.
A little bit of confusion there, but face off to the left of McFadden.
And something that you guys cannot see on the broadcast at home is, although we are playing on the Big Ten rink tonight, they are not using the main scoreboard. So we're going to struggle with keeping track of penalty time a little bit for you guys.
And the scoreboard that is up still says Dartmouth from the Penn State women's game before. So, it's all right. Zach Goodall tipped this one on net. I'll throw it there. It was tipped in front. Hitting the ice, Connolly right back to his feet. Cutting to the middle, swept away by Tomaszewski. Szymanski. He'll spin away from Teske. Szymanski trying to get to the front, and he draws a penalty. Brian Teske's going to head to the box for the Terps.
Yeah, Brian Teske getting tangled up with Ethan Szymanski right there, trying to strip the puck right in front of Patrick Adams. Ends up catching Szymanski's skate. Teske's going to go off for a trip. It's going to be 4-on-3 for a while for Penn State, and then it'll be an abbreviated 5-on-4 afterwards.
So for the Ice Lions, it'll be Tim Shishin with Schwarzmiller along with Partridge, and they're getting one more on the ice. It looks to be, can't quite see the number. That is Szymanski. That is Ethan Szymanski. We'll see who takes the draw. It's going to be Schwarzmiller who takes it. So the Ice Lions going with 3 forwards, 1 defenseman. This is swept around by Andre Serra, and it will get out. No, it doesn't. Very close. Now Schwarzmiller, he'll walk and shoot, and he scores. Can we get instant replay on that?
Yeah, so you and I are positioned right on this blue line, and, oh, man, if we could get instant replay right there, that was, in my opinion, 100% offside. That puck absolutely exited the zone right there. Really tough break for the Terps. Wes Schwarzmiller just ripping a shot over the blocker of Patty Adams after that. What they call a keep in at the point. That's one you've got to shake off. Nothing you can do there if you're Maryland. Really unfortunate break.
Trying to figure out who stays in the box for Maryland. Both Keenan Waters and Brian Teske will come out. So that means that the Keenan Waters penalty had ended just before the goal went in. So the goal negates the Teske penalty. And they're still trying to figure it out. But
so it should be a 5-on-5 then.
It should be.
But they're keeping Grasser in the box, and they'll bring Keenan Waters back in.
So Keenan...
they're bringing Brian Teske back in. All right.
But if Keenan Waters is out, he went in there with Grasser.
It should be Waters who stays in the box then.
I'm confused, Andy.
Yeah, you and me both. It's been a very long day for us.
But the linesman was in perfect position, I would say. He was standing literally right behind Ethan Szymanski at the point there. So obviously he had a better view than us, but certainly from our perspective, it looked like it came out.
It was offsides.
But as you said, the Terps, not much you can do there. It was a lethal wrister from Wes Schwarzmiller, who had, I believe, 2 goals last night.
That would be correct, yes. He scored 2 of Penn State's 7 last night, and I think he had an assist on top of it. Really good game for number 17 in white.
And he is off and running again as we wait on the scoreboard.
They're still trying to figure these penalties out. So Brian Teske will stay in the box.
Still has both penalties up on the scoreboard. This was a theme last night, too. The fellas
okay, so now Teske's penalty's up.
But I'm confused why Grasser's still in there. Because he went in with Keenan Waters.
Yeah, it should be Teske should be out, and Grasser and Waters should both be in there with their remaining times in a remaining 4-on-4.
We are still sorting this out.
Yeah, the officials. Yeah, Tom Leskovich wants an explanation because he's saying what you and I are saying up here, that Keenan Waters should still be in the box, and this should be even strength right now.
So as we try to figure that out, talk a little bit about what we did today. We were able to find our way into Beaver Stadium, which was interesting. We maybe weren't supposed to, but we did. And a really cool experience. Such an unbelievable stadium.
Yeah, got to respect Blake Warner having no fear, just walking in there, opening the door to the Penn State Athletics Museum, and then we took the elevator up to the 4th floor, and suddenly we were on the concourse.
We had no idea where we were going to be, but we were right on the concourse. It was such a cool experience. But we get going again, and we still play 4-on-4. So Grasser and Teske remain in the box, and the score is 1-0 Penn State, thanks to Wes Schwarzmiller. This is Trindade, near side Schumann. Schumann right back to Trindade. He walks down the middle, shoots in a pad save, that time with the blocker by Patty Adams.
Good job by Patty Adams, charging at that puck, getting the blocker on it, and sending it into that corner.
Schumann towards the net, another save for Patrick Adams. Now it's Partridge. He'll circle towards the front, trying to dangle around Dishner. Schumann shoots and swallowed up by Adams.
Really good job by Patrick Adams there. Good rebound control on the ones he couldn't swallow up, getting them into the corners to prevent juicy rebound opportunities. And then a really good job there at the end, swallowing up that point blast from Justin Schumann.
So face off far side to the left of Patrick Adams. It's going to be Downs against Healy on the draw. Tucker Healy wins it. Back to Daniel Tomaszewski. Chevy trying to carry this one out. Duchesne takes a hit from his teammate, and Travis Duchesne goes down.
He's still down, Andrew.
Still down on the ice. So we hope Travis Duchesne is okay. It looked like he caught an elbow or a shoulder from his teammate, Daniel Tomaszewski.
Yeah, and we unfortunately have zero visual of this right here. It's right in front of the boards.
And they're calling for a medical personnel, but I don't see one.
I don't see one either.
I don't think that's allowed to not have someone.
Yeah, now, okay. They're coming out of the Zamboni door. Okay.
So now someone is coming on the ice to check on Travis. He looks to be trying to get up.
Getting up under his own power right now, grabbing at his ear.
So Travis Duchesne on his feet. And he's going to skate. Yeah, he says he's all right. He waves off
the medical staff.
Travis is all right. Travis is a warrior. And he will head back to the bench, try to shake that one off. So a dangerous or a scary moment there for the Terps.
Yeah, and friendly fire is the worst part. Daniel Tomaszewski just trying to make a play at the puck, accidentally elbows his teammate in the head.
And especially for such a vocal leader and emotional leader that Travis Duchesne is, one of the older players on the team, and he serves that role extremely well. So this is played far side. Trindade is going to put it towards the net. Pad save Adams. Downs. Right back to Trindade. He'll survey. Downs. Sweeps it across the ice. This is Bamrick. He enters the lineup tonight. Now here comes Patrick Harnan. Harnan's going to chip it around Trindade. Can he get there? McFadden comes out to play it.
Really good job there by Christopher McFadden, staying aggressive on that one. Patrick Harnan had a lot of speed coming into that offensive zone. Had just enough time to beat him to that puck and clear it out of harm's way before a Harnan breakaway.
So Ben Grasser is on the ice. So the Terps are currently killing off a penalty for the next 25 seconds. Sean Amon, and he's going to send this the length of the ice.
Nearly too many men on the ice lines right there. Really good clear by Sean Amon to send it right at their bench door while they were in the middle of a change.
Teske standing in the box. Down to the final 12 seconds of the power play. Here's Schwarzmiller. He gets rubbed off there by Harnan. Szymanski at the point. He goes back for Partridge with Tomaszewski on him. Partridge He'll spin away. Szymanski looking across the ice for Schwarzmiller. That doesn't work. Tucker Healy was in the way.
Brian Teskey's back out there too. Good kill by the Terps in that really weird situation that took forever to get resolved, and we're still not sure if it was the correct way to resolve it.
5-on-5 hockey we play. Tim Shizhin, near side, Partridge. He's going to cut to the middle. Partridge shoots. Glove save Adams. Blake Warner, far side, looking for an option. It's turned over. Schwarzmiller right to the front looking for Grasser. Grasser was all alone there.
Yeah, he sure was. James Body got caught behind his own net right there. Left Grasser all alone in front of Patrick Adams. Just fanned on that shot.
So now Jack Hudrin. Hudrin will throw this in deep. It'll go behind McFadden. After it, Blake Warner. He'll deliver a check. And now Tim Shizhin shaking away from Hudrin. He'll play this out to center for Faust. Can't get away from Body. Played back through center by James Body. Tim Shizhin almost turns it over, and he regains control.
Really good physicality there from Jack Hudrin, nearly forcing a turnover out. Tim Shizhin.
It's Faust, a shot low on Patrick Adams. Big save as he sealed up the 5-hole. Terps can't decide who wants it. McGuire to the front, and now it comes to Blake Warner, but he turns it over. This is played back in deep. James Body. Otrando on him. Body hits the ice hard. Otrando steals. Faust will shoot, and I believe Adams got a piece of it.
He sure did, and that was really good positioning there from Andrew McMenamin to get in front of that shooting lane, forcing him to go blocker side on Patrick Adams instead of taking the much more open high glove side.
And as we mentioned last night, tonight's game does count for conference play, so a huge game here for the Terps. They were able to do it last weekend. They lost that first game that didn't count, and then they were able to win that second one that did, 2-1 in a shootout against Wilmington. We'll see if they can do the same tonight. Off the draw, won by Penn State. This is Short trying to move out. He will. Neisner poked in deeper by McGuire. He's got Neisner with him. He'll give there. Neisner on the goal line looking in the front for Faust on the backhand. He loses control. Xander Faust, he still has it. Spinning away. Faust to the point. Short. He'll shoot. Save Adams, and he'll sweep it away.
Good awareness there by Patty Adams. Did not control that rebound the way he wanted to. Good job sweeping it into the corner, giving Travis Duchesne a chance at it.
Now it's Henry Scriven to Keenan Waters. He'll tip it by the defenseman. That was Zach Good. Keenan Waters still trying to muscle forward. Neisner now. Cross for Short. They'll go rink wide. This is Downs. He'll shoot one low. Easy stop there for Adams. Now Scriven off the wall. Skating into it, Ross. Now off the glove of Eamon. Comes right to Bamrick. Rebound. Downs puts it over the net. Bamrick there. Looking for it. Adams has it, and the whistle blows.
Really good job by Patty Adams there to cover up number 21. That is Carson Downs. Had a really good opportunity in front with Patrick Adams down. Jammed it just high. Then the rebound swallowed up right there as TJ Bamrick was coming in on the Terps netminder. But already a super busy start for Patty Adams in goal.
And he has been up to the test this far. Terps still struggling to find some offense. Face off to the right of Patrick Adams, Schreibman, and Downs. Downs wins it. Comes out of the offensive zone for Penn State. This is Schumann back at center. Now Downs. Patrick Harnon all over him. Patrick Harnon takes a big hit, and penalty upcoming. It's going to go against Penn State.
Yeah, I think that they got Harnon a little bit too high right there. Even though he was carrying the puck, it seemed like that initial hit came in near his head. Big no-go there by the Ice Lions.
So we will wait for a whistle. Penn State has to touch it in order for the whistle to be blown. It's Tomaszewski. Patrick Adams on the bench, so it's 6-on-5 for the moment as McFadden will touch. And now we're going to get some pushing and shoving. Look out. Tomaszewski all over Neisner, and it's a dog pile.
Yeah, Tomaszewski really displeased with that high hit on Patrick Harnon, making his voice heard after that whistle right there. Good job by the captain defending his teammates, but let's hope that it stays as a 5-on-4 and he didn't even things up.
And it looks like Tomaszewski is going to head to the Bucks, but there is a reason he wears that C, standing up for his teammates.
And there's going to be 2 Ice Lions going off, so it'll be a 4-on-3 for the Terps right here.
We'll see if those penalties cancel out. We'll see if it's 4-on-3 or 5-on-4.
Got Matthew Neisner and Justin Schumann in the box for Penn State and Tomaszewski in the box for Maryland.
It was Schumann right near the blue line who delivered that check on Patrick Harnon that drew that first call. And then it was Neisner and Tomaszewski that got into it after the play.
And On that shift, we saw the first ice appearance tonight from Luke Mohan, and his father wanted to tell us that he was accepted into Penn State but viewed as a safety school and went to his preferred destination of Maryland.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Good job there by number 12 in black, knowing the good,
Yeah.
knowing the good school in the Big Ten.
Knowing what's good for him. As we still talk this over, refs explaining things to the Penn State coaches.
And still no penalties up on the scoreboard either yet, Andrew.
And it doesn't look like the scorekeepers have been given any instructions. It looks like they'll get it now.
We'll wait for the official.
10:13 on the clock. That is the time remaining here in the first period.
All right, so they're doing a 5-on-4, which means that the Tomaszewski and Neisner penalties canceled out. So those are coincidental minors, yet the initial hit from Justin Schumann is a 2-minute penalty. So he will be released at the end of these 2 minutes, and Neisner and Tomaszewski will have to wait until the next whistle after that.
Correct. So Keenan Waters at the point to Trevor Drake. Right back to Waters. Big opportunity for the Terps here. Teske, he's got pressure. Trying to get back control, they do. Healy looking across the ice now to Teske. He'll wind and shoot. Oh, and it just goes wide.
He had Michael Schreidman waiting for that rebound right there. Nearly got it off the right pad of Christopher McFadden. Golden opportunity for number 22 in black.
This is Chase Timshijan, and he will come out to center and throw it in deep to the Maryland end and go for a change. Or no, he'll stay on the ice. Now Teske. He's got Partridge all over him. Terps looking to get it out of their own end. Now it's Trevor Drake. He's got some room. Far side, Tucker Healy. Tucker Healy's going to get some speed into the middle. Schreiman can't get the pass. Healy. Now taken by the Ice Lions. This is Connolly. He'll send it the length of the ice. Down to a minute to go on the power play.
Terps
Half of it
switching out
gone.
to that second unit right now. They're in the middle of a change.
Back on it is Sean Amon. Now Tucker Healy will sweep in and take the puck. Healy. That was Schwarzmiller who hit the ice. Healy, a fake shot. Now on his backhand, he has it taken away, and here comes Penn State. Might be a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Schwarzmiller with Grasser. Good defensive play from Sean Amon to break that up.
Really good job by Sean Amon right there, keeping his skating legs underneath him, breaking up that 2-on-1. That was shaping up to be a real bad situation for Maryland right there.
Michael Schreiman, he's been out there the entire length of this power play, and an offside whistle at the Penn State line with 20 seconds to go on the power play.
Travis Duchesne asking the linesman why that one was whistled for offside. He did not think he was ahead of that play right there. Still 20 seconds to go on this Maryland power play.
Yes, 1-0 is the score. Henry Peltier, love to see you here, brother. Hope all is going well. 1-0 Penn State here in the first period. Still 8:33 on the clock.
And they're going to tell Waters and Carson Downs to settle down.
Waters and Grasser still going at it.
And they're going to call a penalty on Keenan Waters right here. He got a slash on that faceoff.
So the refs has had enough of it. They will put Keenan Waters in the box now.
Yeah, that was just, for Keenan Waters, that was a situation where the emotions got the better of him right there. He was jawing with Ben Grasser, the guy who he fought with earlier in this game. Ended up delivering that slash right as the puck was dropped. The officials had given him a warning right before it. So anything that was going to happen after that whistle was going to be an easy call for them right there.
So here's the situation. Waters in the box now for 2 minutes. In 15 seconds, it's going to be Neisner who hits the ice. And the Ice Lions will have a power play until the next whistle, where Tomaszewski and the other, that is Schumann, will come out of the box. So we will get things sorted then. Neisner getting ready to hit the ice. He will now. So it is a 5-on-4 for Penn State currently. This is Faust. Faust trying to get around Sarah. Comes right to Teske. He'll put it back out to center. Zach Good across for Short. Short. He'll circle back but turns it over. Here comes Healy. He scores! Tucker Healy deeks and dangles. Gets McFadden to go down, and the Terps tie it up. It's 1-1.
An absolutely brutal turnover there by Christian Short. Got way too lazy with the puck in his defensive zone. Tucker Healy keeping his head on a swivel, realized there was nobody behind him. Stripped number 16 of the puck, came in alone on Christopher McFadden. Going left to right, deking him out of his skates, ultimately going around the pad, and it's 1-1 here in State College.
What a beauty from number 5 in black. Tucker Healy doing what he does best, and he ties this thing up. So
shorthanded goal for the Terps as well.
And
there,
it
Andrew.
was shorthanded. So a huge, huge moment for Maryland. They capitalize on the turnover, and there's a big save from Adams. Rebound sit there for Grasser, and Tomaszewski will clear as the Ice Lions are still on the power play.
For about another minute.
Another minute as Keenan Waters is in the box. Capitalizing on that turnover, what a big moment in this game. This is Grasser into the middle. Szymanski, Schwarzmiller, and Partridge. Partridge facing pressure from Harnan. It comes back out to center. Good play from Patrick Harnan.
Yeah, really good job by Harnan there, being disruptive at the point, getting that out of the offensive zone, forcing the Ice Lines to reset, and they still haven't entered cleanly right here.
As that puck was stuck in the pants of Evan Partridge. So that's why the whistle went. Still 28 seconds to go on the Keenan Waters penalty. Score is now 1-1 thanks to Tucker Healy.
And this faceoff should come out to neutral as well, since Partridge was the one who had the puck caught in his equipment.
Off the draw, Healy hits the ice. This is Bamrick. Number 4 in white to the point, Schumann. On the backhand, hits Bamrick. Terps will be able to clear. Down to 18 seconds on the power play.
Nice slow clear there by Maryland. Penn State will probably only have one more rush, if that, on this man advantage.
So Keenan Waters being told to go right on the ice, not come to the bench by Coach Tom Leskovich. Entering the zone is Downs. He's going to throw it around. Connolly. To the point, it's Schumann. Trindade. Waters on the ice, and he steals, but that puck goes all the way down. A good play there from Keenan Waters.
Yeah, he got a little bit of body on Justin Schumann right there, made the defenseman mishandle it at the point, ends up being a pass out of the offensive zone by the Ice Lions, and they have to have their goalie be the one who resets the offense.
So in that situation, that's where you would see a goaltender at the other end of the ice kind of slap their stick. You might hear that sometimes in an NHL game or something. That is to alert their players that a player is coming out of the box. McFadden did not do that, so his defenseman had no idea Keenan Waters was coming in right behind him.
Yeah, a bit of a mental error from Christopher McFadden right there. If you're a goalie, that's one of the first things that they teach you. You've always got to keep an eye on that penalty clock, because your players in the offensive zone, they have no idea that a player's about to come on the ice, and it could lead to a turnover just like it did right there.
And that could have been a lot worse for Penn State, as Keenan Waters could have gone in all alone, as this one is skied all the way back down. It's Ross for Connolly.
Yeah, luckily for the Ice Lions, Keenan Waters was content with just chipping that one out of the zone. But you're right, that could have been way worse for Penn State.
Otrando will tip this in. After it, James Body. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the first period. Score is 1-1. Lambert across. Tim Shizhin will get it out to center for McGuire. Faust. Right at the blue line. He's going to play it back for Lambert. Lambert in the middle. He'll dump this towards Patrick Adams. He'll get it with the glove, and he'll hold it.
Patrick Adams content with holding that one. And Andrew, this game seems a little bit more chippy than last night's was.
Absolutely. But again, a result of the Terps bringing that physicality early and matching that pace of Penn State. Yeah. I had a feeling if they were able to match that pace last night, it would have gotten chippy. But Maryland just struggled to match what Penn State was bringing on the ice about 24 hours ago.
Yeah, always tough to dig yourself out of a 3-0 hole, but they found that formula into that second period, and playing it from the get-go tonight, it's been a much better result for the Terps so far.
Near side, Schwarzmiller. He turns it over to Peruzman. Abraham Peruzman trying to move in. Swept back out to center by Penn State. Henry Scriven. Turns it over to Grasser. Now it's Schwarzmiller moving in. Schwarzmiller trying to shoot. Good stick there from Teskey. Schwarzmiller still on it. In the corner, backhand pass to the middle. It's Young, turning and shooting. Saved by Patrick Adams with the pad. Lambert, he'll put it towards the net. It's blocked up into the netting for a whistle.
Brian Teskey with a very clear assignment on that shift. His job was to shut down Wes Schwartzmiller. He never got off of number 17 in white. Great use of the body there from Brian Teskey, forcing Schwartzmiller into uneasy passes, tough situations on the boards, and ultimately that puck goes out of play.
Defensive zone draw for the Terps, won by Chase Wilson. Aiming on his backhand to Duchesne, it'll get out. Here come the Terps. Keenan Waters. Waters to the middle. He had Chase Wilson going to the net. That couldn't connect. And look out here. It's a race for it. Partridge and Amon. It's Partridge trying to get it from Amon, but Tomaszewski comes back to save the day.
Great job from Sean Amon tying up Evan Partridge right there, using his body, not letting Partridge come in on Patty Adams and preventing a shot altogether.
A stand-up play from number 26 in black. That was Sean Amon. Moving in is the other 26, Alex Connolly. And this is sent the length of the ice. This should be icing, and it will be.
Tucker Healy trying to sneak in a change right there. Officials caught on to that one immediately.
So Penn State will change.
Really good shift there from Sean Amon. Great defensive shift from number 26 in black, shutting down Ethan Partridge on that near breakaway opportunity and then keeping it up, clearing that puck from the zone after another shot from the Ice Lions.
And it seems like every game, Sean Amon, we talk about him making a stellar defensive play game after game. So Sean Amon really putting together a nice season here so far.
Sure has, Andrew. One of the most, I'd say probably Maryland's best defensive defenseman so far in the 2024-25 season. True shutdown guy on the blue line for Maryland so far this season.
There's more to hockey than goals and assists, and Sean Amon showing that. It is a whole team effort if you want to win, and the Terps are going to need it here tonight. Off the draw, it's Duchesne. He's going to sweep this towards the point. It gets out. Zach Good back for it, number 5 in white. He's the captain.
Nice and slow for Maryland right there. They can finally get that change they've been trying to get for the last couple of whistles.
TJ Bamrick has it stolen. Tomaszewski kicks it to Trevor Drake, and out come the Terps. That's Dishner hitting the ice hard. Far side Bamrick. He enters the zone. Backhand pass to the middle, swept away by Amon. Dishner chooses to go for the body there. And now Neisner, a one-on-one. Neisner shoots, and that goes wide.
Patrick Adams looked a little bit uncertain there. Luckily, that one just wide of the cage.
Tucker Healy steals and puts it out to center. Good still on it. He turns it over. Here comes Dishner. Dishner in alone. And a save by McFadden.
McFadden not making the same mistake he made against Tucker Healy. That time he stood his ground, shut down the 5-hole. Against Healy, he went down way too early, allowing for that deke. Good adjustment there from Christopher McFadden, but an amazing opportunity for Nathaniel Dishner. Great speed.
And again, it's a turnover in near the defensive blue line for Penn State that has almost cost them the lead. Or it did cost them the lead. It almost cost them the tie. As Maryland looking to capitalize on those mistakes. We didn't see many mistakes from Penn State last night.
Yeah, the Ice Lions seem a little bit too overconfident right now. They're making a lot of lazy passes in their defensive zone and standing with the puck for too long. Cost them big time on the Tucker Healy goal and almost again right there with Nathaniel Dishner.
And look out, they've got numbers coming the other way. This is Faust. He'll shoot, big save. Rebound comes away from Otrando.
Really good positioning from James Body, shutting down that pass, letting Patrick Adams know all he had to worry about was that shot on the right side.
Back in the defensive zone for Penn State. Behind the net, it is Ross. Excuse me, that's Schumann. He'll swing it for Trindade. McGuire. He'll get his head up and move through center. This looks to be offside, and it will be. With a minute 37 on the clock here in the first period. 1-1 is your score. It was Schwarzmiller for Penn State and Tucker Healy for Maryland. Tucker Healy's goal was shorthanded.
And Schwartzmiller's on the power play. So both goals tonight so far, special teams.
Special teams coming in big tonight. Neutral zone faceoff. Chase Wilson wins it. He's been good in the faceoff dot tonight. Tomaszewski near side. It's Teske. He'll gain the red and shoot it in. Back for it, Lambert. To his partner, it's Tim Shizhin. And the Ice Lions, can they clear? No, they can't for the moment. Now they will.
Yeah, that now first line, last night's third line, keeping up that brand of physical hockey they played so well last night. Chase Wilson and Travis Duchesne laying the body most recently, but Keenan Waters has been the big disruptor so far tonight.
And that was icing, but it looked like McFadden was going out to play the puck.
Yeah, and they're pointing to center ice right now. It looks like they're agreeing.
Yeah.
Yep, it'll stay at neutral since McFadden made an attempt to play the puck. Linesman whistled it for icing anyways, and we've started a new streak, Andrew. We're back at 1 of mis-icings. There was 0 last night. But
and again, that's another mistake from McFadden. The ref's arm over by the Maryland bench was up that entire time. I just don't think he saw it, and he cost his team an offensive zone draw there.
Yeah, a couple of mental errors from Christopher McFadden early in this one.
Schwarzmiller, he'll turn it over to Blake Warner. Really something we did not see last night was Penn State turning the puck over. We've seen it a few times already here in the first period.
It's because Maryland's playing much more physical, Andrew. They're not letting Penn State utilize their speed the way the Ice Lions did last night.
This is Young. He'll throw it towards the net off a stick, and it hits the glass. Back in deep, Schwarzmiller. Teske eyeing him up. He'll put him down to the ice. Young takes a hit from McMenamin. Young muscles through it to the point. It's short. Back for Grasser. Now this is Schwarzmiller. Short moving in from the point. He'll get around Amon. Grasser. Young had no one in front. Comes back to Young. To Short. At the top of the circle, he'll shoot. It was blocked, and that's going to do it for the first period of play.
Really good timing for that first period to expire. The Ice Lions were buzzing right there, and Blake Warner is going to have some extra words for Christian Short after that buzzer.
So the Zamboni will come on the ice, and that will do it for the first 20 minutes of play. Your score, 1-1 here at the end of 20 minutes. So we will head to the rooms tied, and we will see you back for the second period. Don't go anywhere here on the Maryland Hockey Network. Welcome back to the Maryland Hockey Network. We are getting ready for the start of period 2 here at Pagula Ice Arena from State College, PA. Score is 1-1. It was Wes Schwarzmiller on the power play who got things started, and then it was a Tucker Healy steal and score shorthanded that tied things up, and that is where we sit. And Andy, at the end of that period, we saw the refs having a conversation with Keenan Waters and then Coach Tom Leskovich.
Yeah, my assumption there is that Keenan Waters was playing with a little bit of an extra edge in that first period. Him and Grasser got into things early with a little skirmish. And then I don't think the officials had too much of an issue with that. I think their main problem was later in the period, Keenan Waters delivering a very intentional slash off a face-off at Ben Grasser. I think that they just want to try and have Waters calm his game down a little bit, make sure he keeps things clean the rest of the way here.
I think the refs understand that this is going to be a physical game, but as long as it stays clean, that is their concern. So here we go for the second.
Well, it seems like it's had no effect on Waters so far. He just laid a giant hit on Chase Timchishin to begin this period.
In that far corner, it's Schwarzmiller. Schwarzmiller back down low. That is Young. Young looking towards the point. Otrando will shoot one. That was blocked by Duchesne. Excuse me, that was Austin Lambert on the shot. Now Timchishin has it taken away by Duchesne, but right to Austin Lambert. Lambert will play it through center. Now Tomaszewski for the Terps. He'll play it off the wall, intercepted by Connolly. He takes a hit from Schreibman. And it is tied up over there on the far wall. Where's the puck? And the whistle blows, and we got some pushing and shoving now.
Brian Teskey, none too pleased with that extra shove there from Ben Grasser. Ben Grasser been very physical in this game, playing on the edge the same way Keenan Waters has. That time, he got a little bit too physical with Brian Teskey, but it seems like the officials will keep things at 5 aside right here.
Oh, I don't know. And there goes Brian Teskey to the Bucks. So the Terps, a little heavy side there. So the Terps back to the penalty kill, and it's Brian Teskey in the box for a second time tonight.
And they will also take off Ben Grasser. Good. I was about to say, that felt very similar to the situation between Grasser and Waters in the first period. That's a time where you've just got to take both guys off.
And credit to the referee that is consistent from earlier in the first period. They took both. They do it again. So shout out to the refs. We don't always do that, but shout them out.
Yes. I know that I had some frustrations with the way that they handled a couple of situations in the first period, but that one was done correctly.
Yeah.
And something else to keep an eye on, that is, I believe, either the second or third penalty on Ben Grasser so far. He's got to be careful not to take 5, because then that would be an ejection and probably a suspension on top of it for number 23 in white.
So just under a minute into this period, we will play 4-on-4. For the Terps, it's Schreibman, Harnan, Body, and Sarah. And for Penn State, it is Short, Szymanski, Connolly, and Good. As we get going 4-on-4 once again. This one is kept in by Connolly. He'll move towards net, poked away to the point. Good. Backhand pass to Short. He's got room. Christian Short goes wide. Backhand to the front. Comes right to Patty Adams. And it goes behind the net. Now Schreibman. He'll look to gain some speed. Patrick Harnan will tip it further. Good back for it. He's got Harnan on him. Out of there with the puck is Harnan. The net comes off its moorings. So we get a whistle, and they say that Good was pushed into the net by Harnan, so the faceoff will go outside of the offensive zone for Maryland.
Something interesting right there from Penn State. They were operating that 4-on-4 a lot like they were on a power play. Christian Short doing a really good switch right there with Zach Good. But obviously the downside to that is when you're still even strength, you let up those opportunities like they had with Patrick Harnan right there at the end. Playing those defensemen like you're on a power play despite being even strength. A little bit of a risky play from Penn State right there, and the ice line's nearly paid.
Sean Amon having some trouble there. Now Downs pokes it away, and right to Daniel Tomaszewski. Downs still on him. Tomaszewski tries to chip it around, but it's taken by Short. Now Neisner, he'll shoot one very high, and that goes up into the netting.
I believe that one clicked on Sean Amon on the way in. It looked like it changed direction pretty early on there.
And that is the signal from the referee. So the faceoff will stay in the defensive zone for Maryland.
You can add another block shot to the counter for Sean Amon then.
There's another. Some fantasy points. Face-off one to the wall. Now Tucker Healy's got it. Into the middle. It's kept in by Neisner. Now it's poked out to center. Neisner, near side, into the middle. This is Downs. Right back to Neisner. Neisner's going to shoot one. That goes wide, and this is going to swing all the way back out to center.
One of those free clears that you love if you're a Terp. Neisner with the hard shot that goes just wide, and then nobody's there to cover at the point.
This is Zach Good, number 5 in white. Good, eyed up by Tucker Healy. Tucker Healy delivers the check, and they still battle behind the net. Amon to Trevor Drake. He'll swing this rink wide. Tucker Healy, not enough gas to get there. He goes for a change.
He used a lot of energy on that check. Tucker Healy, not the biggest guy on the ice out there.
It doesn't matter. As there's a big hit near side, the ref was involved in that one.
Keenan Waters again right there. He is clearly not scared about this whole conversation he had with the officials to end the first period.
And just a disclaimer, we have no idea.
That
what
is
was
true.
said.
We have no idea what was said. But
We did not hear.
given the people involved, that is our best guess as to what was discussed.
Yeah, maybe they're just talking about what they had for lunch. But, you know, for some reason, I doubt that. So as this one comes to the point and out to center, Andre Serra battles, and he's got the puck. Serra still muscling away to the middle. Oh, and it's poked wide by Teskey. Right in front, Serra, and he has it poked away.
Terps have 3 defensemen out there. They're probably going to look for a change right here.
Andre Serra hits the ice. Now Brian Teskey gets off. And Chase Wilson hops on, so Terps back to 3 forwards and 2D. This is McGuire behind the net. Across Schumann. Into the middle, Grasser can't control that pass, and this is going to be icing against Penn State.
Well, a golden opportunity for Brian Teskey right there as he was coming out of the box. Another situation where Penn State was not aware of the guys coming onto the ice. He dives into that slot, gets the deflection, and sends it just wide of Christopher McFadden. Nearly 2-1 Terps right there as Brian Teskey with a golden opportunity coming out of the penalty box.
And can we talk about the shift from Andre Serra, absolutely muscling his way down the wall and creating that entire chance for Maryland. Now, this is played into the far corner, second line for Maryland. Schreibman. He's got Teskey. He's moving down the wall. Schreibman behind the net. Ross pinches him off. Harnan trying to get it back to the point. Schreibman swoops in. And Schreibman dangles around at Grasser, but Grasser gets the puck back. Here comes Ben Grasser. Down the right side, goes between his legs. Henry Scriven is there. Into the middle of shot, they score. It's Xander Faust. And Penn State retakes the lead. It's 2-1.
Well, that was a shot from that high slot that the Terps have done such a good job of defending so far tonight. That time, Henry Scriven gets caught down low, ends up leaving the shot wide open for Xander Faust. Ben Grasser seeing it, gets a perfect pass in there. Shot goes just below the glove of Patrick Adams. 2-1 Ice Lions here in the second.
And Ben Grasser making that play happen, moving down the right side. He made that between the legs move. Not quite sure how much that did, but he was able to get it from Henry Scriven and make that pass. 2-1 Penn State as we get going again. Tim Shizhin. He gets his head up. He'll play it to the corner. Lambert will go right back to chase Tim Shizhin. Into the middle around Hudrin to Lambert. Austin Lambert's got some free ice. He'll throw this off the side of the net. Lambert off a skate right into Patrick Adams. He had to be ready, and he makes a good stop there.
Good adjustment from Patrick Adams. That one changing direction right in front of him. It clicked off a skate. Looked like it could have been Abraham Perusman right there. We got a piece of it.
And sorry, I was just looking at my phone. The Maryland football team has currently just tied it up against USC with less than a minute to go. And I believe they still have an extra point to kick.
Well, maybe those Vegas odds makers knew a little bit more than we thought.
So you're going to get blown out by Northwestern and then maybe beat USC, right? That makes sense.
Yeah, it's that jet lag, you know.
College football, folks. College football. But we're watching hockey. And this was covered up that time by McFadden, so a face-off to the left of him, and it looks like a little bit of an ice problem there behind the net. Refs are going to try to put some snow on it and
might try and steal a water bottle from McFadden right here.
And that is
exactly what they're going to do.
Good call, Andy. I like that. And they'll tamp it down with the puck, get that ice to freeze over and patch whatever hole there was there.
Still working at it.
Of all the rinks, we're going to have ice problems here?
Yeah, you know. Well, maybe they overdid it with the ZAM today.
Maybe.
You and I both saw them. They gave it an extra cut right before this game started, after it looked like the ice was very clean to both Andrew and I.
And here comes Penn State. Maybe a 2-on-1. Partridge Over to Szymanski, but Daniel Tomaszewski sliding makes a great play.
Great play by Tomaszewski right there, perfectly timing his dive to make sure he can cut off that passing lane, drew the pass, then went down at the perfect moment to interrupt it. Great play from the captain.
Now they battle along the near wall. Travis Duchesne will throw this out to center. This comes back into the Penn State zone, no icing. It's swung up the ice. Szymanski, he'll go rink wide. Connolly tips it in. Sean Amon back after it. On the backhand to Dishner. Dishner saw Szymanski coming, and now Tucker Healy's going to flip it out to center. Tim Shizhin spins away from Drake. He'll gain the red and fire it in. This will bounce wide of Patrick Adams. 14 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the second period. Trevor Drake right at the line. They can't get it out. Short keeps it in. Now Tucker Healy on the backhand turns it over. Here comes Partridge. Around to the middle. Rebound. What a save. Did it go in? The whistle blows. There's no signal.
There's no signal yet.
We don't have a signal.
Patrick Adams asking the official, and no goal. No goal.
The signal is no goal. Penn State thought it went in. We certainly could not tell from here. But Patrick Adams with an insane first save. But the puck got behind him. Did it cross the goal line?
They blew the goal horn here in the arena. The score box thought that it went in. It was a little premature. Zach Good getting an exclamation from the officials. But Patrick Adams on his back, keeping that one out of the net. An incredible set of stops from number 30 in black.
Oh, my goodness, Patrick Adams. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What a save as that one is tipped wide. Patrick Adams doing everything humanly possible to keep his team in this game.
What a save. Doesn't do that one justice, Andrew. That was 3 or 4 golden opportunities for Penn State, and somehow Patrick Adams found a way to keep him out of the back.
Look out, right in front, Neisner, another one. Patrick Adams, you've got to be kidding me.
Matthew Neisner getting into that super dangerous slot.
And Patrick Adams cannot be stopped. Andre Serra trying to clear. Can the Terps get it out? Good keeps it in. Now Schreiben on his backhand. This does get out to center.
I'm at a loss for words, Andrew. Patrick Adams just came up with some of the best saves that I've seen all season. That was a bunch of high danger chances back to back to back for the Ice Lions. And Patrick Adams diving left and right on his back, on his feet, finds a way to keep all of them out of the back of the net.
And the amount of confidence that delivers to the rest of your team when your goalie is an absolute brick wall is undescribable. So the Terps, they need to capitalize on this. This is played by Bamrick, now to Neisner. Neisner had a couple of those grade A chances, but was robbed by Patrick Adams. Turnover there. Now Blake Warner's got it. He's going to take his time. He's going to throw it rink wide. Here's McMenamin trying to break in. Now Trindade. Trindade will look near side. This is Ross. Ross is going to flip it up. Scriven intercepts, but he'll give it right back to Trindade. Trindade will work around Scriven. He'll get in after it. The 2 number 9s meet there. Sarah chops it away. Now Blake Warner has it in the corner. Takes a check from Faust, the most recent goal scorer for Penn State. And Henry Scriven back for it. Frenchie will move it around. Blake Warner to Hudrin. This is played up now to Faust. And Otrando's going to move it in. Patrick Adams comes out to play this one. He'll sweep it behind the net. Warner takes a check, and that's a penalty. And Penn State going back to the box. Terps on the power play again.
That's going to be a cross check right there on number 10, Alex McGuire. Blake Warner drawing the penalty in the corner. He was turned around. McGuire still trying to strip that puck. Ends up hitting him with his stick in the numbers. Easy penalty, and that's a call every time for the officials.
So with 12 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock, remaining here in the second period, the Terps are back on the power play. They're talking things over. Had a little huddle there, and we'll see what they draw up here.
I still can't get over what we saw at the other end about 5 minutes ago.
I can't either.
That was insane.
Unbelievable stuff from the Terps goalie. Here's Keenan Waters at center. Terps will look to get a clean zone entry in here. So crucial on a power play. That pass gets away from Drake, and it is cleared by Tim Shizhin.
Just let Brian Teskey take this one up nice and slow. You've got a power play right now. Last thing you want to do is try and force a pass. Make sure you get this clean zone entry instead of risking a shorthanded break the other way.
So Tucker Healy's going to carry this one through center. He'll enter the zone. Now to Tomaszewski. Clean zone entry there. This goes across the ice. It's Waters. Waters towards the net. That goes wide. Maybe looking for Chevy there. Now Teske. Healy. Drake. Can't get a shot off. Rebound. Stopped that time by McFadden, and it's cleared by Penn State.
Amazing no-look pass from Tucker Healy right there, getting it to Trevor Drake right in front of McFadden. Drake just jamming it wide.
Healy across. Waters for Drake in the middle. He can't put it towards the net. Now Teske. He'll shoot. It goes wide. Tim Shizhin on his backhand. Can he clear? No. Teske back down low. Trevor Drake has it slip away from him. Healy. He goes to the point. It's Waters. He shoots one. Rebound. Backhand shot from Drake was stopped. Here's Healy. Terps mounting the pressure. Teske shoots. Tried to get the tip in front. Drake put it wide. Chance after chance.
Trevor Drake has been all over the net front on this power play. Number 13 in black. So many golden opportunities. You've got to think one's got to be going in soon.
Can the Terps keep it? Teske does, but it's turned over. Schwarzmiller's got it, and he'll give to Grasser. And look out here, 2 Lions behind the play. Here come the Terps. Teske for Drake. He'll go to Schreibman in the middle. Schreibman shoots. It goes over the net. Rebound. Where is it? McFadden stops it. It goes behind the net. Dishner to the front. McFadden sweeps it away. And what action here? Back the other way. It's McGuire. Good defense by Andre Serra. What action we are seeing here at Pagula Ice Arena in the second period.
That's the best power play I've seen out of Maryland all season. I know they didn't score a goal there, Andrew, but that passing was crisp. They were making those Ice Lions move all over the ice, screening McFadden multiple times, getting all of those opportunities in tight. Sometimes you just get unlucky and none of them go in, but Trevor Drake and Travis Duchesne with a few golden chances right there. And then obviously at the other end, Alex McGuire nearly getting behind the Terps defense, but Andre Serra with a great recovery to prevent a breakaway on Patty Adams.
Sean Amon trying to move this in. Can the Terps capitalize on this momentum swing? On the backhand, that was short. He'll put this to the length of the ice. Sean Amon goes back for it. No icing as Amon touched it. Amon faces pressure. Szymanski on him. Coming out is Partridge. He turns and shoots. Big save. Patrick Adams. Szymanski to the point. Good. Good's going to shoot. That was blocked. Nathaniel Dishner that time. Connolly. Partridge cutting to the middle. That shot didn't have much on it. To the corner. Partridge again behind the net. Sweeping it towards the front. Szymanski shoots. Save Patrick Adams. And the whistle blows.
Szymanski not getting a lot on that shot. Ended up kind of knuckling it at Patty Adams right there. But that was a very eventful sequence between the Terps power play and then the rush at the other end for Penn State. Oh, thank you to my grandmother who's watching from California.
And off the face-off. Downs shoots it. That just goes wide. It hit a body in front. That one is slapped wide, and this is going to come all the way back out to center. Trindade back for it. Blake Warner eyeing him up. Blake Warner's going to stop right in front of McFadden. Trindade. He'll move out. Stretch pass tipped in that time by Neisner. Downs is the first one there. Spins away from body. He throws that one from a bad angle. Patrick Adams had to make the save, and this is sent the length of the ice. This should be an icing.
And it will be?
Yes,
It
it is.
Patty Adams making a little bit of an unexpected save right there as that was a tough angle shot.
And Andy, the Maryland Terrapins have beaten the USC Trojans. Do you believe it? I have no words.
Do you believe in miracles, Andrew?
Yes, I do. I do. Shout out Al Michaels.
I have a feeling we did not rush the field, though, since the Trojans were unranked at this point.
I hope not. Trindade to the middle, Neisner. It was blocked. James Body, are you kidding me?
James Body putting his body on the line right there. Number 15 sliding in front. Patrick Adams was out of position for the first time all night. But number 15 had him covered right there.
And James Body is really struggling right now. He is hurt, and he is making his way to the bench. Tomaszewski hops on, and Bamrick is just going to throw this one in. Penn State needs a change. They're going to get it now.
Body getting some attention from assistant coach Matt Williamson right now. He is really hurting on the bench.
Putting his body on the line to make the stop. And can the Terps get it out? Blake Warner. He will move this out to center. Terps get a change now. It's going to be that top line that gets back on the ice. Duchesne, Waters, and Wilson. And this is icing the other way against Penn State. So 7:44 on the clock. Score is 2-1 in favor of the Ice Lions.
We haven't even played 13 minutes in this period yet.
So much has gone on.
Sometimes you just need to catch your breath.
Deep breaths. Patrick Adams for president. Yes. He has my vote. Face off to the left of McFadden. It is won by Penn State. Lambert hits the ice. Trando trying to get it out. It's kept for this moment, and it is kept in. That was another close one, and that will be sent the length of the ice by Lambert. This should be another icing, and they blow the whistle.
Good keep in by Keenan Waters right there. Ultimately, it ends up being another icing for the Terps. And this first line will get another opportunity off an offensive zone draw as coaches Leskovich and Williamson want to see a spark right now.
Behind the net, this is Austin Lambert. Lambert will turn back and put it off the wall. This goes the length of the ice. Is it on net? Yes, it is on net, so no icing. Tomaszewski to Duchesne, trying to chip it out. It's kept in for the moment. Now Tomaszewski's got it. Into the middle, Waters trying to break through. Keenan Waters, and it's taken away by Lambert at the last second.
Really good defense by Austin Lambert right there, preventing Keenan Waters from getting in cleanly on Christopher McFadden.
And that puck caught by Alex Sandell over there. Good play by the Terps defenseman sitting in the stands tonight.
Good to see he's still aware over there.
See Nathaniel Reynoso along with Dominic Facciano up there. Ilham Abdullayev chilling up there. Cheering on their squad. Dishner to the point. Body. Good to see James Body back out there after blocking that shot. This is thrown far side. Sarah puts it in deep. Young on his backhand. It will come out to center. Trevor Drake just throws it right back in on McFadden. That's a shot on goal. Zach Good sweeps it around. Grasser. Ice Lions struggling a little bit to get it out. Now Good. Schwarzmiller. Trying to break through. Now Grasser has it taken away by Andre Serra.
Serra doing the disruption again there. Gets the takeaway at the end. But before that, he was really giving Grasser a hard time trying to get into that offensive zone.
Short off the wall. Young. Schwarzmiller gets around Body. He's going to try to go wide here around Serra. He'll stop up and play it to the point. Good. Back to Schwarzmiller. To Good again. He's going to drag and shoot. Good stick by Dishner. And this puck just played a little too far for Tucker Healy, but Healy's going to be the first one there.
Yep, negate the icing. Good speed there by Tucker Healy staying on the play. Terps can get a line change in too.
Tucker Healy waiting for help. He's still got the puck. Harnan, good stick there. That time it was Partridge. And this will be kicked out to center by Penn State. Short will swing it in. After it's Scriven along with Partridge. Now Luke Mohan. Number 12 in black. He'll throw this far side. Schreiman right at the red line. Trying to play it back for Mohan. That doesn't work. And Good is going to send this the length of the ice. A race to the dot. And it's icing.
Good wheels there from Brian Teskey forcing the icing. This Ice Lions current five out there have been out there for a hot minute. So now the Terps can take advantage of a tired group of skaters for Penn State. And they'll leave the same five out for Maryland as well. No changes by the Terps ahead of this offensive zone draw.
5 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock. Score still 2-1 Penn State. Face-off won by Schreiben straight back. Scriven pokes it and keeps it in. Great play from Henry Scriven. Harnan throws it right towards the net. Easy stop there for McFadden, and he will cover.
Really good keep in there by Frenchie, getting it at the blue line and sending it over to the right circle where Patrick Harnan could rip a little shot in on Christopher McFadden.
Face off to the left of McFadden. It's Schreiben and Partridge. Partridge wins that one. And stuck near the Zamboni entrance. Poked out now. Patrick Harnan battles there. Harnan trying to get it to his stick. It is played in deeper. Schumann for Ross. Now Szymanski near side. He can't get it out. It's kept in. Mohan will put it deep.
Great block there by Mohan, keeping it in the offensive zone, disrupting that breakout for Penn State.
Here's Partridge. He goes rink wide. Connolly. Connolly will go wide. Connolly to the front, and it goes by everyone. Now Ross. He'll shoot. Good block, Luke Mohan. And he clears. Here come the Terps. It's Schreibman on Schumann. Schreibman shoots. Good save, McFadden.
Great shift there from Luke Mohan, blocking shots at both ends of the ice. The one in the defensive zone springs Michael Schreibman, who gets a shot in on Christopher McFadden. McFadden in trouble corralling that one, had to dive on it after he got it with his shoulder. Luke Mohan getting a bunch of fist bumps on the bench. Everybody knows that was a great shift from number 12.
Fourth line out there for the Terps. Won by McMenamin. Tomaszewski towards the net. It hit the shin pad of Hudrin. Back the other way, this is Bamrick, but he's offside.
Yeah, Tomaszewski looking for a little tip right there. Hudrin was sitting in the slot, ended up blocking the shot by mistake as he was going to try and wave his stick in front of that blast from Tommy.
And so look at this. An intentional offside is the call. So the faceoff comes all the way back down. Not sure that was intentional. It seemed like a quick play.
It seemed like a very quick play, but now this turns into pretty much an icing for Penn State. And Terps will have to try and take advantage here.
And Tomaszewski with a blast. That hit a skate. Now Amon towards the net, and McFadden might have got a piece of it.
That was tipped by Jack Hudrin. Really good job there by number 20, getting his stick on it, changing directions.
In the middle, McMenamin trying to put it towards the net. They battle right in the slot. And look out, here come the other way. It's Bamrick. Neisner going hard to the net. Bamrick gives it there, and it goes through his legs.
Really good recovery from Sean Amon right there, breaking up that pass between Neisner to prevent the shot from getting in on Patty Adams. Instead, the puck just rolls into the corner.
Blake Warner chips it around, some pressure. But back the other way comes Penn State. Neisner on Tomaszewski. Neisner. Down low Downs. That hit Neisner and goes behind the net. Now Bamrick. To the point, Lambert will shoot, and that goes wide. Man, that looked like it went in from here.
Yeah,
scared me for a second.
Patty Adams couldn't see that one. A bunch of screeners in front. Lucky for him, it just goes wide. He had no reactions to that shot.
And this one played by Tim Shizhin. It was tipped in by Lambert. Now Amon behind his own net. Andre Serra off a stick. They can't get it out. McGuire gives it away to Serra, and now Andrew McMenamin will skate it out to center. Right at the red line, he takes a check, and it is Zach Good with the puck for Penn State. Off the stick of Artrando, no icing as he tipped it. Artrando behind the net. He'll look towards the point, decides to go low with it. He keeps it, now at the point. Short will shoot, and Patrick Adams saw it the whole way.
Patrick Adams swallowing up that one right there. Very dangerous opportunity for the Ice Lions right before that on the shot from TJ Bamrick from the point. Got a lot of screeners in front of Patty Adams. Good movement by the Ice Lions to position the Terps into a bad spot. And luckily for Maryland, that shot went just wide.
Short will shoot one from the point. Save Adams. The rebound sat there. And now the Terps move out. Duchesne. He gains the red and fires it right in on McFadden. And he wants no further play.
Chase Wilson coming in there to force the whistle as McFadden swallowed up that dump with his glove. Setting up an offensive zone draw for the Terps with 2:35 to go here in the second period. They'll keep that first line out there and put out Andre Serra and James Body on defense.
Draw is won by Schwarzmiller. Now Zach Good. Looking up, this is Young. Trying to get around Andre Serra. Good play with the skate by Serra. Schwarzmiller trying to give it back for his defenseman. It goes all the way back down, and it's good. Off the glass, he'll get it out, and this works. It's Ben Grasser. Grasser in. He shoots. Big save, Adams. Rebound. Schwarzmiller with the pad. It's Patrick Adams, and the net comes off.
Andre Serra coming in to save Patrick Adams, sweeping that puck out of harm's way. Carson Young had an empty cage as Patrick Adams collided with Trevor Drake right there.
And Patrick Adams coming up big again, making two huge stops there. And this faceoff will stay in the Terps defensive zone.
Another really aggressive play from Ben Grasser for Penn State right there. Number 23 in white has been getting under Maryland's skin all night.
Ross, he throws it just wide off the side of the net. It bounces right back into Patrick Adams, and he covers. Dangerous.
That one's going to be a big sigh of relief for Patty right there. He fell down on top of the puck, got a little bit out of position as that shot went just wide. Lucky for him, the rebound off the boards goes right underneath his pads, and there's no further play.
That's why it's so important for goalies to understand all the different boards and how they work at different arenas, because a bounce like that can be extremely, extremely dangerous. This is played to the middle for Szymanski. He shoots it. It's tipped up in the air, and it sits down next to the net. Partridge throws it on net. Adams with the pad. Now Trindade makes a move around Dishner. He'll move down the wall. Into the middle, Szymanski. Good stick from Healy. Now Trevor Drake with the check on Szymanski. Partridge, Szymanski. Trying to get it to the point. It will get there. It's Ross. Partridge. Poked away by Tucker Healy. Back come the Terps.
What a game from Tucker Healy. He has been all over it defensively today.
McFadden stops it and covers.
Tucker Healy forcing another turnover right there, and he's just done that so well, capitalizing on those moments where the Penn State defensemen are just holding the puck a little bit too long. First time he did it, he ended up scoring a shorthanded goal. Right there, he gets an opportunity going the other way on Christopher McFadden. Great game for number 5 in black tonight.
A minute 18 on the clock here in the second period. This faceoff won by the Terps. Teske. He'll play it down low. This hits the end wall, and it's going to go around the net. Tim Shizin for Neisner. Downs in the near corner off the side of the net. Bamrick there. He'll poke it for Neisner. Patrick Adams has to pick up his stick. Bamrick. Into the middle, Neisner. He steps on the puck. Still looking for it. To the point, it's Tim Shizin. Downs. Sweeps it to the middle. It hit a skate and goes wide. Final 40 seconds of the period.
That one clicked off of Brian Teske's skate right there. Ended up almost being a really bad situation for Maryland.
Here come the Terps. Maybe an odd man break if they hurry, but Schreiman struggled with the puck. Schreiman down the wall, takes a hit from Bamrick, and on the backhand, Penn State can clear. Andre Serra at center. Sean Amon. Now 20 seconds left in the period. Chase Tim Shizin back for it.
Terps have one more rush if they can force a turnover right here.
Bamrick on his backhand, he'll play it to the middle. This comes for Neisner. He's going to wind and shoot, and a good stick by Sean Amon, and it goes up into the netting with 7.6 on the clock.
Something we've been saying all night and really all season. Another great stick there from Sean Amon, forcing that shot to go out of play. But this has been the Patrick Adams show in this second period. Number 30 in black, putting on another amazing performance for the Terps in goal after playing almost a full game last night too. Very little rest.
And it makes sense why this was such a frustrating loss for the Terps last night is because they know they can be in a game with this team, and they are proving it here tonight as the final seconds wind down in the second period. That does it for 40 minutes of play. So with 20 remaining, it is a one-goal game. Penn State leads 2-1. It was Xander Faust with the only goal of the period. But as Andy said, the Patty Adams show continues, and it's got 20 minutes left. That will do it for the second period. We will see you back for the third. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Pagula Ice Arena and the Maryland Hockey Network. It is time for the third period and arguably one of the most important periods of the season so far for the Maryland Terrapins. They are currently trailing Penn State by 1 goal. The score is 2-1 in favor of the Ice Lions. First, it was Schwarzmiller in the first period on the power play. Then Tucker Healy shorthanded tied things up. And then in the second period, Xander Faust got his team the lead back. But a massive, massive 20 minutes of play here from the Pagula Ice Arena, and we are getting ready to go.
Absolutely, Andrew. This is one of those rivalry games that just feels a little bit more important. And going into this weekend, Coach Leskovich talked about how much this series means to the program. Being able to play a team like Penn State in this environment is just so huge for the future of Maryland ice hockey.
So here we go. This puck is played in deep. Brian Teske back for it. Tomaszewski will sweep it around, and Keenan Waters lifts it in the air. At center, Terps get it. Travis Duchesne on the backhand will put it in. Lambert back for it. Now Chase Wilson on it. Lambert comes away with the puck. Austin Lambert will look up ice. He'll go across. This hits the wall and will go all the way down. James Body there, but Patrick Adams decides to cover.
So speaking of being here at Penn State, you and I have had just a great weekend getting to hang out with all these guys. And we touched on it a little bit earlier, but you and I, along with Blake Warner, Tucker Healy, both goaltenders, Keenan Waters and Dominic Facciano, got into Beaver Stadium earlier today. Got to see the beautiful Happy Valley, an empty setting for where Penn State football normally plays. And shout out to Bob. You know who you are.
Shout out to Bob from Beaver Stadium. We made it up to the concourse, and we're sitting there, and Bob kind of appears behind us, and he said, you know, you guys aren't allowed to be up here. And we said we knew, but he was like, he said it's all right, stay here and just come back down when you're ready. So huge shout out to Bob from Beaver Stadium for giving us a very cool experience today. And I surely won't forget that. That was a once-in-a-lifetime sort of thing to see a stadium like that. And what, third largest in North America?
I believe it's the third largest in North America. Over 100. Actually, no, I don't know if it's over 100,000. I shouldn't say that, but it's a huge place. It's electric on game days, but something about being able to see it just empty and quiet was so.
It was different, for sure.
So different.
And these road trips are always so fun, getting to be on the bus with everyone. And Andy, I know this is your first one, so cool to see your take on it, but I've got to experience a few, and we'll be right back at it next weekend from Virginia Tech, and then we will have the showcase the weekend after that. So a couple times on the road here in the month of October.
Yeah, much different road trip experience this time compared to the Millersville one you and I had back in September.
Just a little different, as this is icing against Penn State.
Yeah, our games are no longer shot on iPhone.
Yeah, thank God.
Yes, for those of you who remember that road game against Millersville, that was a process to get that stream up and running, but we got it done.
It's always something. It's always something. Schreibman wins this draw. Sean Amon will shoot one. That goes through everyone, and McFadden got it with the glove.
Mohan and Harnan both had opportunities for deflections right there. Mohan with the first one waving his stick in front of McFadden. Harnan coming in at the end there trying to get a rebound or a tip.
Schreiman looking for the point to Tomaszewski. It comes out to center. Tomaszewski will sweep it right back in. McFadden stops it. And this is Zach Good. Through the middle to Downs. Carson Downs now to Bamrick. Bamrick right back to Downs. Skate to stick. Now it comes for short. On his backhand, he'll put it deep. Patrick Harnan there takes a big hit. And back the other way. This puck goes all the way down, but Michael Schreibman is there first. Schreibman will go around the net. He is checked off the puck, and back comes Penn State. Neisner. Neisner's going to go wide around Scriven. His backhand pass goes behind the net, hit a patch of water there and slowed down.
Same patch of water where they were trying to repair that ice in the second period there,
That's
Andrew,
true,
right behind the goal mouth.
So Bamrick, he'll play it back for Schumann. Far side, Trindade, excuse me. Up for Downs. Downs takes a huge hit. Blake Warner delivering the boom.
Blake Warner, huge check right there, creating some offense with physicality. Perusman getting a shot in on McFadden right there. And Penn State's getting a little bit more physical after Blake Warner laid the boom in neutral. Big hit from number 25.
Again, that second goal for Penn State came in that last period. It was Xander Faust
believe this one clicked off a player on the bench, Andrew.
So this will stay in neutral territory. It'll be Faust and Wilson on the draw. Faust wins this one. Now Lambert. Lambert will go rink wide. This is tipped in by McGuire. Serra pokes it away from him. Now Andre Serra. Wilson can't get a handle on it, and it stays in the zone. Look out here, Faust. McGuire can't get the shot off. For Faust in front, and he scores. Xander Faust puts the backhand past Patrick Adams, and it's 3-1 Penn State.
The thing that set that up was some great hand-eye coordination by Alex McGuire, number 10 for the Nittany Lions. Really good keep-in at the top of the zone right there, getting the puck, slapping it out of air like it was a baseball, getting that pass across to Xander Faust, who goes backhand just enough to get it around Patty Adams.
And it seems like the Terps did not think it went in, but from our angle, we could certainly tell it did.
Yeah, and the officials are going to huddle, and they still haven't called it yet. They are going to center ice, preparing like it is a goal, but they are still talking about it right now.
I thought it was pretty clear.
I thought it was pretty clear as well. Yeah, okay. They're telling the scorekeepers now the numbers. So 3-1 Ice Lions here with 16:49 to go in the third period. Or do we? A lot of arguments from the Penn State side now.
Really, and now Penn State players going to the penalty box. I am confused. That is MJ Otrando, who is sitting in the penalty box for Penn State. And what happened?
Maybe there was an unsportsmanlike after the goal, because it seems like the goal stands. They have not taken that off the scoreboard.
And I don't think there is any way they would.
See if there's a signal from the official.
Really not sure what they're discussing. And Otrando yelling, "What did I do?"
That's a good question, because you and I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know what you did, MJ, but you did something.
And the goal will stand as they bring this face-off to center ice.
And still I'm lost right now. I'm not sure what happened. Otrando must have said something to the referees, maybe while they were over by the scorer's table.
Maybe. That's the only thing I can think of. They're talking to the Penn State coaching staff right now, explaining. And I'm trying to figure out, based on these hand signals, I saw kind of like a hooking motion from one of the officials as he was talking to the Penn State bench. Maybe there was a little extracurriculars after the whistle.
But nevertheless, there's 5 Penn State players on the ice.
So it must have been a misconduct then, because then that wouldn't result in the power play for Maryland.
So we have no idea, folks. So that's that's where we are.
Yeah, sometimes that just happens when the official doesn't make a signal at center ice.
So MJ Otrando is in the box, but we are still playing 5-on-5. So the only logical conclusion, it is a 10-minute misconduct for Otrando.
Which would have to mean he said something to an official.
But back comes Penn State. That is Young with the shot. Good save by Adams. Back comes Maryland. It's Dishner. Dishner's going to wire one, and that just goes over the net. Tim Shijan now. He'll chip it around Healy. Grasser turns it over. Dishner can't get a handle on it. Now it's Schwarzmiller, and he will play it for Lambert. Off the stick of Trevor Drake. And now Grasser trying to battle for it, but Trevor Drake will throw this right on net, and McFadden will steer it away.
Otrando still trying to get an exclamation from the scorekeeper's table. He has no idea why he's sitting in this box, and I've got to think it's got to be a 10-minute misconduct for something he said after the play, because otherwise it should at least be 5-on-4.
That is our only conclusion. Tim Shijan will shoot that one. Sticked away by Adams. Now Teskey. Terps need to mount something here. Daniel Tomaszewski, he's got Harnan. He goes there. Harnan can't catch the pass, and this is icing.
Patrick Harnan trying to break out there, skating a little bit too far behind that pass from Daniel Tomaszewski. Results in an icing as Harnan couldn't corral it on the right circle.
And Harnan, he was trying to catch that pass on his forehand, moving towards the middle of the ice, but that pass from Tomaszewski kind of came behind him. He had to turn around, and by the time he turned around, the puck was gone. So offensive zone draw for Penn State. They win it. In the far corner, Szymanski. Down low, Partridge right back to Szymanski. Now Good. And Szymanski. He'll walk towards the middle, go cross ice. That hits the wall. Can Mohan get there? No.
That was really dangerous there. Christian Short had a wide open shot on the left circle.
And good passing there from Penn State nearly resulted in a goal. Partridge still on it.
Ice Lions are buzzing right now. Terps need to get this one out of the defensive zone.
Partridge spinning and spinning. Mohan delivers a check.
Good pressure there from Luke Mohan.
Good will shoot and a pad save Patrick Adams, and he covers.
Good job by Luke Mohan there. Tired Terps out there on the ice for Maryland. Luke Mohan putting some pressure on the boards, forcing them to take a quick shot instead of setting it up with a few more passes. And Maryland will escape with a whistle as Patty Adams swallowed up that one.
Just over 5 minutes into this third period. Score is 3-1 Penn State. They battle for it off the draw. Neisner, backhand pass to the front. Bamrick was there, but it's cleared. Back out to center. No, they keep it for the moment. Now Hudrin will play it out. McMenamin. Turned over. Downs now to Neisner. Neisner with speed through center. He's going to go wide. He'll stop up in the corner. Takes a hit from Serra. And they still battle for it. It's behind Andre Serra. Pokes it up the wall. Blake Warner. A few Penn State players behind the play. Here comes McMenamin. Onside. McMenamin will shoot. That was blocked. That time by Downs right to the front. Comes back for Warner. Bamrick all over him. Bamrick is going to poke it away. Now McMenamin is going to sweep this wide of McFadden. Goes back in deep. This is Christian Short. He'll sweep it around. No one there. Hudrin. He's got it. Hudrin sweeps it to the middle. Not a Terp in sight. And it's poked out to center by Penn State.
Some bad defensive positioning by the Ice Lions right there. Unfortunately for Maryland, they just were not connecting on the passes in the offensive zone. Few opportunities there for Maryland that just could not connect.
This one tipped in by McGuire. No icing. Tomaszewski off the wall. Right to Faust. He shoots. Big pad save Adams, and it's cleared.
Good job by Patty Adams staying on that one. Faust was looking for the hat trick after a unfortunate bounce for Daniel Tomaszewski as he ripped it off the boards, and that took a very unexpected turn.
It is kept in by Penn State. At the point, Schumann can't handle it. It goes by him and out to center. Schumann back for it. He'll go across to Ross, and Ross goes right back to his defensive partner. Schumann. Ross. Gains the red and fires it in. James Body there. They battle in the corner. Xander Faust looking to come out with it. Trindade also in there. Trindade's got it. He's going to look towards the point. He'll go there. Ross. He'll shoot, but he whiffed on it. Almost a turnover right at the blue line. James Body on his backhand. He'll just put it right back out to center.
Something to keep an eye on here, Andrew. Tucker Healy double shifting now, playing first and third line duties. Number 5 in black has been one of the best skaters for Maryland all night. Coaching staff recognizing that, giving Tucker Healy a lot of extra ice time here in this third period.
Realizing the importance of this game, the Terps need to find a way back into it. Here's Lambert. Off the glass, this comes out to center. Teske stops it with his skate. Now Schwarzmiller. He's going to move in with Young. Schwarzmiller goes wide around Scriven. Pass to the front, and it's tipped away. Lambert a shot. It was blocked by his teammate, and Schwarzmiller has to go back for it.
Yeah, bad break there for Wes Schwartzmiller. He tried to jump over that puck. Instead, ends up being a perfect block. Patty Adams never has to worry about that blast from the point.
Far wall, Schreiben trying to move it out. It's kept in. Lambert is going to put it towards the net, goes wide. Young tips it back for Tim Shizhin. He'll shoot one. It was tipped. And Nathaniel Dishner trying to get it out. Lambert will keep it in. Now Teske, he's got some room, and he'll fly it out.
That one might end up being icing.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Brian Teske putting a little bit too much heat on that one. Maryland needed to change badly. Brian Teske trying to float it, ends up putting a little extra power behind it, turns into an icing, and this tired unit's going to stay out there for the Terps.
11 minutes and 29 seconds remaining here in regulation time. Score is 3-1 in favor of the team in white. Dishner goes back for Teske. It's a turnover behind the net. And it's given right back to Penn State. Connolly. Connolly to the middle. He'll shoot one. Tipped. It sits under Adams and now swept back to the point. Now down low, Partridge. To the middle, a backhand pass that went through his legs. And Brian Teske on his backhand will put it right into the Terps bench. So they will be able to clear, it looks like. Or change, excuse me.
Yes, they can change, and they will. Going to bring out that second line to go out there with Andre Serra and Sean Amon.
We are set to go face off to the left of Adams. It's won by Penn State. Good. Walking the line, he shoots one. It never got to Adams. Now Schreiman, Serra, they'll get it out, but just barely. Poked away from Szymanski. It's Harnan. Harnan, a spinning pass. It's going to find Sean Amon. Down low, Harnan. Lets it go through. He got to get there, and he does. Harnan stops on it. Trying to give for Mohan, but now Connolly dangles around Luke Mohan. Good play there, and he moves out to center.
Really good moves there from Alex Connolly. The Terps were getting something set up. He evades Luke Mohan's pressure right there and turns into a rush the other way for the Ice Lions.
Terps can't clear again. Partridge down low. Szymanski in front looking for Connolly. That doesn't connect. It was broken up.
Michael Schreibman getting his stick in the passing lane right there. 22 in black. All four centers really have played amazing games for the Terps out here tonight.
This is kept in. Ross walks into one. Big stop. Rebound sits there. Partridge turning just wide.
Patrick Adams was sliding right there. Thankfully, Partridge rips that one wide, but another keep in by the Ice Lions.
This comes to the point. Schumann will keep it again. It goes back around. Can Sean Amon get there? Ross is there first. Who wants it? Connolly's got it. Backhand off the side of the net. It stays with Alex Connolly. Connolly seems tired. He needs a change. Now Bamrick. Connolly is going to go for a change.
Terps have numbers here. They're 5-on-4 right now after that change from Connolly.
Now Downs comes back in. We're back at even. This was played right to the front. It was Bamrick. Now Ross walks in and shoots. It was blocked by Mohan. This one is stopped by Patrick Adams. Mohan slow to get up.
Patrick Adams throwing that blocker out there almost like a prayer. Thankfully, he gets enough of it, and it tips just over the net, and really bad break for the Terps as that's another icing. They cannot get that change they desperately need.
Luke Mohan did get off the ice.
Yes, I noticed that too.
Are they going to
catch him for it?
Well, we'll see. If he's injured, I wonder if they let him change because
yes, he does have his helmet off on the bench, and I believe Maryland's calling a timeout here. That might be to get Luke Mohan a little breather if the officials deem that he's good enough to keep on playing.
And with just over half of this period gone, it's time for the Terps to start mounting something.
They've been playing really well tonight, Andrew.
They really have.
Physical brand of hockey has been the recipe for getting under Penn State's skin, and it's created a lot of offensive zone opportunities for the Terps, something that Coach Leskovich talked to us about on the bus ride over here today. Was even though they had one goal last night, the Travis Duchesne goal, that was more of just a lucky break for the Terps offense. It was not really anything that they set up. He said that they needed to do a lot better at creating offensive chances and truly setting up their possessions in the offensive zone. That physicality that they have added to their game tonight has really improved Maryland's play on that front.
And I feel like we've seen more offensive chances for the Terps tonight than we've seen in maybe the past 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, those 2 games against UNC Wilmington, they were very defensive-minded in those outings. And tonight, the Terps are going all in on the offense. They just need something to go their way.
And goaltender Christopher McFadden has done all he's needed to, only allowing 1 goal.
And Luke Mohan is not on the ice. So either the officials let him get away with that change or he's dealing with something on the bench.
It does look like the Terps got a full change. So I wonder if you take a timeout, can you change?
I don't think you're supposed to be able to.
Interesting. Anyway, this is Neisner. He moves into the zone, but taken away by Tomaszewski. Waters tips it for Wilson, but stolen. And we have a penalty upcoming as Patrick Adams was heading to the bench, and it's a trip against the Ice Lions.
Well, this is that momentum shift you need if you're Maryland. That is Matthew Neisner heading off for the trip. Committing a penalty in the offensive zone is never something you like to see back on the film if you're a head coach.
And this is the opportunity for Maryland. They got to find one here on this power play opportunity.
Putting their 5 best skaters out on the ice right now. Tucker Healy will take the face-off.
Healy wins the draw. Teskey, he's going to put it down low. Tim Shizhin has it. He turns it over. Tomaszewski, he shoots. And a save by McFadden. He covers the rebound. The whistle blows.
Tomaszewski shooting that one from a sharp angle. McFadden made the save. He thought he swallowed it up. It was sitting right in front of the goal mouth. Trevor Drake with an opportunity to push that one home. McFadden realized in time, though, and covered it up.
Tomaszewski thought he maybe had a little bit of room over the shoulder of McFadden as McFadden went down. Here is Tomaszewski, near wall.
He's got the look again if he wants
He
it.
shoots it, and McFadden sees it through traffic and covers.
Tucker Healy looking for a deflection right there. Daniel Tomaszewski, seeing those shooting lanes, called it out right before that shot. He had the exact same look if he wanted to go on that high glove side yet again.
Tucker Healy again, a wizard in the faceoff dot. Tomaszewski to the point, it's Teske. He walks, shoots, and it goes just wide.
Trevor Drake nearly had a deflection in front. Good job by number 13, screening the goalie and waving his stick to try and change up that puck.
Chevy shoots low, and a good stop by McFadden. Daniel Tomaszewski putting everything on net on this power play, and just over 30 seconds into the odd man advantage, we get a whistle.
Yeah, the captain really wants one right here. That's his third shot on goal on this power play. That one probably the lowest danger opportunity he had. McFadden with a lot of time to recover and square up for that shot.
Big keep there by Teske, but it squirts into the middle, and it's a clear. Keenan Waters has to race back for it. Grasser all over him. Looks to be a hook, no call. Schwarzmiller, Grasser. Can't get a shot off. It goes behind the net. Schwarzmiller going to play it to the point. Short is going to throw this in off the stanchion and hits the ref. And now Teske, he'll settle things down halfway through this power play.
It was Waters versus Grasser again, a matchup that we've been seeing all night. Those two have just been so physical with each other all game.
And look out here, odd man break for Penn State. Maybe a 3-on-1. Schwarzmiller. He shoots, pad stop. Here come the Terps. Maybe a 3-on-1 the other way. Trevor Drake with Tomaszewski. Drake waits. Chevy, and it goes through him.
3-on-1s both ways. Patty Adams coming up with the stop at one end, and then Trevor Drake and Daniel Tomaszewski just not quite on the same page for that pass.
Michael Schreibman just has to play this to center. Terps were a little slow on that change, and this is going to be cleared with about 15 seconds to go on the power play.
They got one more rush in, and if they go right here.
Here's Michael Schreibman. Gets around Partridge. Schreibman through center. Going to put it wide around Ross. Schreibman still with it. Now it's taken away by Schumann. Can he clear? No. Schreibman. Penalty is over. Into the middle looking for Schreibman again, and it's tipped out to center. We're playing even strength.
Really good power play there for the Terps. They had that one breakdown where Patty Adams saved him on the back end, but a lot of really good passing, and especially Daniel Tomaszewski. The captain was trying everything he could to beat Christopher McFadden right there.
Partridge will tip it for Connolly right to the front. That was Szymanski, but Patrick Adams with the stick pokes it away.
Good flying poke check from Patrick Adams right there. When you're a goalie, you never know. You're never quite sure when you dive like that if it's going to turn out in your favor. Patrick Adams timing that one perfectly to break up the pass and prevent Ethan Szymanski from getting that deflection in tight.
And MJ Otrando out of the box finally, so I think that does
10-minute misconduct.
That does confirm our suspicion of the 10-minute misconduct. So Otrando out of the box, back on the bench.
Yeah, he went to the box at 16:49, and now we're at 6:27. So,
and we're going to move this faceoff out of the defensive zone for Maryland. That whistle came because the puck again got stuck in the pants of Evan Partridge.
Second time it's happened to him tonight.
Exactly, weird.
So you rarely see that once in a game, let alone twice with the same player.
And it is a weird kind of decision where to put the faceoff after a play like that. They decide to move it out to neutral ice for now.
We'll see if they change their mind again,
and they're going
to put it back into the defensive zone. So they must have determined that a Maryland player put the puck into Partridge's equipment, causing the whistle. So therefore, Maryland initiated the stoppage.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Sean Amon. Let's move on. This is sent the length of the ice. This will be icing against Maryland, so no question about where this faceoff will be.
Yes, that will come right back to the exact same spot, just 7 seconds fewer on the clock.
6 minutes, 19 seconds. We're going to move the faceoff across the defensive zone.
8 seconds fewer on the clock. Excuse my math right there.
Journalism.
Yeah, journalism.
You don't need math. Faceoff won by Chase Wilson. Teske's going to fly it out to center. It was stopped by Lambert. Wilson on the backhand. Gives it right to Connolly. Connolly dangling around Waters, trying to dangle around Wilson. Connolly still has the puck. To the point, Partridge. He keeps. This goes into the far corner. Sean Amon is there. He's got some time.
Sure does, Andrew, and he's got Keenan Waters up there.
Terps are going to just dump it in. Travis Duchesne's going to get after it as a couple other teammates are going for a change. Tim Chisholm almost turned it over.
Tucker Healy having that pressure in the offensive zone again. Penn State has been very lazy with their defensive zone passing, and Tucker Healy's made him pay a couple of times.
Tim Chisholm wired that one over the net. Now back for it, Body. On his backhand, turns it over to Szymanski, who looking for a pass. Hit the back of the net. Now Dishner just going to throw it out to center. And the initial call is icing. Will it get there? Yes, it will.
I could hear Trevor Drake's voice right there saying he touched it, clearly indicating it Austin Lambert after Dishner chipped that one off out of the defensive zone. He thought number 24 in white got a piece of it on the way out.
So again, a defensive zone draw for Maryland. The score is 3-1, 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in regulation time. Draw is won this time by Downs. That was Neisner who shot it right off the draw, saved by Patrick Adams.
And as good as he's been with a 2-goal deficit, you've got to be thinking that the coaching staff is starting to discuss when the time is to pull Patty Adams here.
And I would think with down 2, I would think around the 240, 245, 3 minutes, something like that. So maybe a couple more minutes until that happens. Good. Through center to Downs. He's going to put it into the Maryland end. James Body backhands it. It's Tucker Healy. He's going to go across the ice. Tomaszewski's got room. Daniel Tomaszewski skating with it. Drags and shoots in a glove save. McFadden.
Tomaszewski ripping another shot right there. The captain putting everything on net in this third period. He'll set up an offensive zone draw right here. Coaches Leskovich and Williamson will send out the second line to take this one. Brian Teskey and Andre Serra will be the blue liners here.
Again, thank you to everyone for watching on the stream and tuning in with us. As always, means so much to us, and we wouldn't be able to do road trips like this if people weren't watching. So thank you guys again, and always happy to see the messages in the chat, and hope you guys are having fun watching at home. We are certainly having a great weekend here at State College.
Yeah, Luke Mohan going for a deflection right there. Brian Teskey ripped that shot a little bit quicker than number 12 in black was expecting. Could not quite get the screen in place.
McGuire's going to chip this one out. And Luke Mohan back for it. Mohan has it poked away by Faust. It's Otrando after it. Otrando, his first shift in a while.
He sure is.
Maybe approximately 10 minutes. This is played out to center. Harnan couldn't settle it down. Harnan delivers a check. Here's Schreibman. He'll shoot one, save McFadden.
Faden with some good rebound control right there, making sure that puck off his shoulder goes to one of his defensemen instead of Harnan, who had a good rebound look in front.
Schreibman there. He'll poke it to Harnan. Harnan takes a check. It's played in deep. Zach Good. He's going to get away from Warner. Now to McGuire. McGuire up to Faust. Faust with 2 goals in this game. He had the go-ahead goal in the second period and the third one here in the third period. This is put right in front, and Otrando scores.
That's a real dagger for Maryland right there. MJ Otrando, fresh out of the box from his most likely 10-minute game for his 10-minute misconduct. Gets a odd man rush right there, buries it over the blocker of Patty Adams. And I was just about to say before that goal happened, Matt Williamson was giving Patty Adams some signals. I think the next offensive zone rush, they were planning to pull their goalie and go the extra man up.
So 4-1 is the score here with just about 4 minutes to go. Penn State will play this one in now.
Whoa.
With it is Schwartzmiller. He puts it towards the net. Patrick Adams scoops it with the glove.
Just not great clear there from Maryland, leading to another opportunity for Penn State. Schwartzmiller coming in alone on Patty Adams, getting some words of support from Brian Teskey right there.
And it is tough when you're playing in such a close game like this and a couple goals like that go in and you find yourselves down 3 late. It can be demoralizing, absolutely.
And down 3 in a game where you feel like you've played so well. This has been such an evenly fought game, and just the bounces have not been going Maryland's way in this one.
And despite the score, so many positives to take away for Maryland. As here's a turnover. Drake to the middle. Healy trying to turn it on net. He can't. Now Trindade will backhand it not out.
Yeah, absolutely, especially considering how they played last night, coming back against such a strong team like Penn State in this way, playing that physical brand of hockey, and just making a statement against the Nittany Lions, the Ice Lions, my apologies, on the road.
This one is played by Schwarzmiller. He's got Healy on him. Now Grasser right to the middle. Trindade will play it in deep for Young. And as we mentioned, the Terps will be in Roanoke, Virginia next weekend to take on Virginia Tech. It's going to be another tough matchup for the Terps.
Yeah, Virginia Tech's had a few marquee wins so far this season, so that's not going to be an easy road trip down south.
As the season heats up and conference play gets going, Terps will look to find some victories here in the near future. As this one hits a body right near the bench, Tim Chisholm will put it in.
Yeah, referees letting that one slide. Nathaniel Dishner potentially could have been called for a too many skaters penalty right there, but with 2:15 to go in a 3-goal game there, they're going to let that one go for the Terps, give them a little break.
Let the boys play. Here's Connolly. Connolly near the point. Far side pass. Tim Chisholm couldn't handle. He sweeps it right to the front. Now Lambert puts it intentionally wide. And Patty Adams lost his stick, but he's able to cover, and he'll get a whistle.
Patty Adams losing his stick after a little drive there from Evan Partridge. Partridge has had the puck all over him today, but I guess right there he was going a little bit too close to the goal mouth, knocking the stick out of Patty Adams' hands.
So with a minute 54, again, thank you to everyone for being here. If you have any questions or anything you would like to know about our weekend or the future for Maryland hockey, anything you would like to know, please put it in the chat. We love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, a lot of these players are really entertaining dudes, so if you want some stories about any of them, we'll see if there's any that we can tell on this stream.
Yeah, we've had some fun times here in Penn State, and today we checked out of the hotel around noon, and then we walked actually across the parking lot of our hotel. It was pretty convenient to a
Italian brewery.
Yeah, an Italian brewery. Got some chicken parm, some Alfredo, got some breadsticks. That hit the spot. And then it was, where did we go after that? That wrapped
we got on the bus and we went to a Sheets.
There you go. We went to Sheets. Actually, we played a few games of Sewer, which is a soccer game that the guys love to play. You might have seen it on our Instagram or TikTok or something like that. So everyone was involved. The coaches were playing. Me and Andy were in there struggling for sure.
Yeah.
You held your own. I was struggling.
Yeah, I had a few good headers in there. I had to put on the hat backwards so that the brim wasn't getting in the way. But I made my best finish was top 15.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we had 27 people playing at one point.
You didn't lose.
I didn't lose.
You weren't last.
And at one point, I did the little switcheroo on you, switch places with you.
Yeah, that was a tough one. It really helps when you know the rules of the game. So.
Someone who did not know the rules of the game was assistant coach Matt Williamson.
But we were having a good time. So then after that, it was onto the bus and off to Sheets, where we, got some snacks, hung out for a little bit, threw around the football. And then it was to the rink. We were at the rink probably around 3:30.
And they wouldn't let us in until 5.
Yeah. So we got here around 3:30, and that was when a couple of us split off and we walked over to Beaver Stadium. We told you about that.
The rest of them stayed back here and actually watched the Penn State women's NCAA D1 team beat Dartmouth 4-1 on this ice.
Yeah, so we came back for the final about minute of that game and then got ready for this one. And you've been with us ever since, and after this is over, it's back on the bus and back to College Park. We will get there probably around 2 in the morning.
1. It's about a 4-hour drive. Oh, well, actually, for cleanup, 2 in the morning.
So that will do it here from the Pagula Ice Arena, the beautiful Pagula Ice Arena. Such a treat to get to call a game here. Maryland falls to Penn State 4-1 tonight. It was 7-1 last night. A much, much better effort for the Terps here in Game 2 of the weekend series.
Yeah, a really complete game from Maryland. Just unfortunately, sometimes the bounces don't go your way, and there's not much you can do aside from that. A lot of really productive power plays, opportunities in tight, and Christopher McFadden just came up with the save time after time.
And we cannot forget the effort of goaltender Patrick Adams keeping his team in this game for so long, making some unbelievable stops. had us absolutely losing our minds up here.
Yeah, that second period especially, he had me speechless at a couple of points. Super athletic saves, a few 10-bellers, and just another amazing night in net from number 30, something that we're getting used to real quick here this season.
Absolutely. So we shake hands at center ice, and that is going to do it for us here on the Maryland Hockey Network. Thank you for joining us. I know last night was a rough stream, but through all of our technical difficulties, thank you guys for watching so much. And we will see you next week at Virginia Tech. Have a great night, everyone.